Hi, everybody, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do an episode of Say This and So. Auntie, say this and so. This is your first time being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and to all of my new subscribers. Thank you all for just joining the family. To all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, including my members, thank you all so much for your continued support. Y'all wanted to talk about this incident with Asuelu the other day. There is a article that is on ET online that says 90-day fiance Asuelu stops filming after nasty fight with Kalani. So we all remember the fight that happened between him and his wife and his mother-in-law in the car. While a lot of us felt like, he was out of control and out of hand, it seems that the two of them have taken to Instagram to reassure everybody that they are still together, okay? But in this article, which is dated July 6th, it says, 90-Day Fiance fans witnessed a shocking side of the unusually mild-mannered Asuelu. First of all, when you start off by saying the usually mild-mannered Asuelu, ain't nothing mild-mannered about Asuelu. Nothing. He is, in my opinion, passive-aggressive. He tries to act like he tries to hide or act like, because he, doesn't speak English well, that, he doesn't have ill intentions, or he is not just flat out trying to be a complete and total asshole. But let me tell you something right now. There's nothing mild-mannered about this man. He is very controlling. He's passive-aggressive, in my opinion. And he is very dismissive of his wife and of his children. He's inconsiderate, in my opinion. And he just ain't worth a piece of... When he got into a huge fight with his Kalani in front of his mother, the fight culminated in producers stepping in. As Asuelu said, he no longer wanted to film. Okay, so they going through this thing about when they was introduced and all of that kind of stuff, but we don't even want to read that. It said, but things were tense between the couple, mainly due to Kalani feeling like Asuelu doesn't help her with the kids, and finding like he's not the man of the house like he would be in Samoa due to the two living with Kalani's parents. Yes, of course, he wants to control her. He wants to do whatever he wants to do with the whoop whoop and the boop boop boop, because he feels like he is supposed to be the man of the house. But let me tell you something: no romance without finance. You gotta pay the cost to be the boss, bitch. I mean, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. Unless you all have an arrangement. This mofo, understandably could not get a job when he first came over here. He doesn't appear to have a very high IQ. Yup, I said it. I said it. His IQ does not appear to be very high. If you offended, okay, sorries. But the truth is the truth, and you can't dispute the facts. All of us know that there's something the hell wrong with this mofo. Okay, let's just go ahead on and shame the devil. Let's tell the truth out here, okay? He is especially upset because he previously wanted to take a trip home and Kalani and his son, since he was badly missing his family. But Kalani decided they couldn't go on the trip because of a measles outbreak in the country. Asuelu felt ganged up on when it came to the decision not to go, and was annoyed because Kalani decided to take a road trip to California to see her family for Oliver's birthday, which clearly he wasn't in the mood for. Things were tense from the start of during the trip when Kalani complained that she only got 3 hours of sleep because the sons were sick. Asuelu used Kalani's logic against her for canceling the trip to Samoa, replying that they should have canceled their trip to California because their son's health comes first. But things got particularly nasty when Asuelu, who has shown a sexist attitude towards women previously in the show, like when he questioned how their kids' female doctor could be a doctor and not a nurse, remarked that a woman's job was easy, specifically American women's job. He noted that women in America have machines to do everything, while in Samoa, women take care of both the children and the home with none of that and with no complaints. But guess what? At the end of the day, if you don't know better, you don't do better. If you don't do better, you don't know better. And I'm going to tell you right now, you give one of them Samoa woman a damn dishwasher and see if she been and flooded the whole damn village trying to run that dishwasher every damn day. Get the hell up out of here. And no offense to anybody. But because you have modern technology, we have smartphones. You know, do you want to say that life is easier? Yes, absolutely, life is easier. Technology means that your life becomes a lot easier. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, and it doesn't mean that we don't work just as hard, because most of us are not only bringing home the bacon, okay, but we frying it and eating it and making sure that everybody else around the table get to eat. Even if we got to be running across the street taking care of our neighbor kids. That's what a good woman does. Kalani fought back, asking him why he didn't help around the house if it was so easy. When she pointed out that she had been the one up all night with the sons, he shockingly called her a lying bitch. He later told her her voice was fucking annoying. At this point, Kalani's mom jumped in and said that he was disrespecting her daughter. She asked Asuelu if he would dare speak to Kalani like that in front of her father, to which Asuelu defended himself and said Kalani was asking stupid questions. Let me tell you something, that father would have backsmacked him all the way. He knows who he can do that with. But again, when you are the type of man that he is, who appears to be, things like this needed to be seen. I have noticed that in this year, 2020, things have become very clear. They started this damn article off with saying that he was malmannered, but he's a male chauvinist, big in my opinion. He is. And if he believes that he can afford to take care of his family and he ain't doing nothing but selling yogurt, he's got the game all twisted. Even when it comes to just being a man, having common decency, this mofo won't even open up the door for his children. He won't even grab a daggone car seat with the children inside of it. He thinks that Kalani is supposed to do all of that kind of stuff. Bitch, you are not in Samoa anymore. You're not. And even if you were in Samoa, who says, by whose rules, by whose standards does a woman have to be the one responsible for taking care of the kids all the time? If you don't sit your ass down, you better. Later, she called him a manipulator to his face because she claimed he would change the subject every time he had no answer to her argument. Asuelu asked her why she used expensive words and then proceeded to angrily go back inside and pack up his things. He left the house, and in a heartbreaking moment, their son Oliver followed him outside to the street crying. Even though Kalani asked him to stop because Oliver was following him, Asuelu didn't answer and kept walking away. See, he even put his child's life in danger. That's the kind of stuff that'll get your child hit. You sit out there and you're out of control at this point. And you didn't even care, didn't even think to turn around and make sure that when you crossed the street that your son didn't cross it. You totally depended on her to do that. And if I was, good God. Asuelu found a public bus, and at this point, producer stepped in and asked where he was going. Asuelu said he guessed he would try to find his way back to Utah, but wanted to stop filming because he wanted to leave. After a producer took his mic, he jumped on the bus with his luggage and took off. In a preview of next week's episode, Kalani's father learns what happens and appears to be ready to go off on Asuelu. Previously in the season, he had confronted Asuelu about not stepping up as a man and the father. After Kalani complained that Asuelu chose to play volleyball with his friends after his job selling yogurt at the mall rather than spending time with her and her sons. They have both she has taken to Instagram, and this is what she is saying. Now, this is coming to us from Blasting News. It says 90-Day Fiance Kalani and Asuelu will be together, confirms Kalani's Instagram picture. or post. Okay, so let me see what her post is. So it says fans have expressed their concerns about Asuelu's demeaning attitude towards women, and many feel that the Samoan reality star could eventually break up with Kalani. When they arrived at the birthday party, Kalani continued arguing with her husband, and he eventually stormed off. After TLC producers tracked him down, Asuelu said he would travel back to Utah alone. Um, Kalani shared pictures of herself having a good time with Asuelu, which confirms that the couple will end up together. She shared those things on June 22nd. But you know what the thing about it is? She doesn't have the self-esteem of a cotton freaking gnat. Because ain't no way in the world that I would let him do that to me. The couple appeared happy in the pictures as they hang out with friends, even though the two reality stars were reconciled at some point in the season. Next Sunday episode could see them drift further apart. In a sneak preview released by TLC, Kalani informs her father about her big fight with Asuelu, and he seemed angered by his son-in-law's behavior. Asuelu and Kalani's father have not always had a good relationship, and the latest turn of events could see them get into a heated confrontations. Fans should tune in to the next TLC Sunday to find out how Kalani's father reacts to Asuelu. And you know what? We'll be sitting right there, front row and center, waiting to see and hear how this comes out. Love you all to pieces. Talk to you soon.